fucking one-tap me.
I want my name embedded in this video and I want you to sniff the fuck out of those feet.
You're fucking joking. Hey Lando, thank you for the $100. Fuck me. I really shouldn't have done that because I knew some complete degenerate would have. Oh, $100. $100. That's bad. That's bad. I gotta take I gotta take the pop filter off for this one.
What the fuck? He's going in.
Alright, there you go. Please don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't. Please don't clip that. Please. I just fucking realized it's gonna get clipped now. Oh my god. It was for $100, okay? It was for $100.
It was good.
Well, someone sent me $100. I didn't pay for that.
That was a good
I got
sniff.
sent $100. I fucking hate all of you. He's gonna like one-tap me as soon as...
When the Queen mentioned having many visitors in one day, I knew it had to be you.
He knew the risk when he was going in here.
Whatever happened to me, whatever I tried doing to
What
you,
the fuck?
just know it wasn't actually me. I was forced to obey without much thought. I tried communicating with you from afar for a reason. Now you know the true
Pyro,
reason
you are
why.
a strange man, but
Still,
$100 is
make it up to you.
$100.
Thank you, Spicy
The
Pigeon.
Queen filled
I was
me in on
basically
the
forced to do it.
situation
I
with
was
the elevator.
blackmailed. It was
I won't
$100.
help with that. I feel much more in control now. I'll come help you.
That
find
was
the
more like a
missing pieces
bounty.
of the elevator.
And you made good on your word.
I just need to rest for a little bit, and I'll meet you at whatever that station is.
He's got like Twilix from Star Wars on his
I like
head.
how the head snaps. That isn't terrifying.
I was reconsidering donating because I know you have an inflation problem and I don't know if I want to help pay for your addiction. Get help, Godspeed, Pyro.
Oh. Oh. Okay, that actually scared me. What is that? Oh, it's the octopus from before. It's alive!
Oh, it's you. Don't worry. I'm unable to hurt you. I'm too weak to do anything.
Just show me your
That thing is
butthole.
incredible.
But
I need it. I need to see how tight it is.
Is he gonna whack me? Oh, this would be like a funny little flashback. I'm excited for this.
Do you know where I can find the Zumbo sauce at?
What?
Oh, hi. You're up again. You sure are a sleepy fellow.
Agreed.
Guys,
Grab some of the
while
vegetables
one is you
that we
favor
collected
white,
and eat.
Huggy Wuggy, Seek,
Oh,
Sky
they're all
Buyu,
finished.
Zumbo sauce, Bam
I
Bam,
already have
Nab Nab,
my share of the
um,
nutrients from
I forego his name, the fraud dude,
Me too.
and,
Sorry about that.
yeah, Snow Soine, Bambawina, Stinger Fwyn, Opaiva Bird, and Awesome Huggy Wuggy. This is,
I couldn't
have
tell
no
at the
idea what's
beginning
going
of.
on, but thank you, Molten, for the 10, and thank you, Junkie, for the
I
100.
couldn't tell if that was
Holy
the
shit,
game or the
100. I didn't
dono.
even realize. Thank you, man.
hate is one of the two emotions I'm unable to control.
What's the second one?
Sorrow.
Not again.
What are they doing with this dialogue, man?
Constant sorrow in a world like ours.
Why is there a car crash?
What's that sound?
Law?
161. This goes through page 20 to 21. This is like almost, if this was like a comic, this could be like its whole, like, it could be art. Honestly, this could probably be like a saga with how many chapters are in this. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. They're quaking in their boots. Dude, hopefully, I hope they go to fucking prison, dude. They deserve it. 161 illegal acts. Here you have essentially a list of isolated acts that qualify as acts under the RICO statute. And we talked about how RICO in Georgia is way easier to prove than in other states, and federally as well. Trump's former lawyer is in the middle of many episodes on the basis of the indictment. Giuliani was also listed as a co-conspirator in Jack Smith's federal indictment of Trump's efforts to overturn the election. The Fulton County indictment points to Giuliani's testimony in Georgia after the election, in which he made false statements about the election fraud in Georgia. Prosecutors also listed Giuliani's outrage to other states, including lawmakers in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Arizona, where they allege that he made more false statements to court about the election, and also tried to solicit them to appoint false electors as well. This guy's going to fucking jail. Holy shit. Like 30 unindicted co-conspirators. Oh yeah, there's a lot. There was a lot of unnamed people that they didn't indict that were in this as well. Scary, terrifying. Look at all these charges. Look at the charges. Thurman mentions the phrase overt acts of furtherance of the conspiracy 140 times is a key phrase to help link that all of these were RICO charges. Oh, this is Sidney Powell. Oh, I forgot that Sidney Powell was in here. Oh, her life is fucked. This is like the Release the Kraken lady. This is the goddamn Release the Kraken lady. That's wild to me. She's getting hit too? Oh yeah, Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows is in here as well. Like the former White House chief of staff. Apparently he was trying to help overturn the election as well from the shadows. The indictment describes Meadows' attempt to enter into the space in Cobb County, Georgia, where the 2020 election signatures were being audited, and a text message Meadows sent to the Georgia Secretary's chief of staff, Secretary of the state's chief investigator said, "Is there a way to speed up the signature verification in order to have results be before January 6th if the Trump campaign assists financially?" Which is really funny to me because they're talking back in the day, Trump was like flooded with cash.
Let's go,
and he
boys.
could just do whatever he wanted. These days,
let me put
it's
my
not
ass
that
in your
easy.
face.
You know why? Because
Little motivation for the fight,
Trump's
Big Daddy.
PACs and campaign are running out of money. They're actually blowing money. They're in the red at the moment. Look at this. Trump spent millions more than he raised in 2023. He outraised some of his opponents. Well,
You
most
got
of
what
his
you paid
opponents,
for.
but he's still burning through way too much money. Donald Trump's joint fundraiser committee reported raising $53 million in the first half of the year, but he's been spending $57 million in that same period, according to Politico's analysis of the campaign's finance findings. The spending rate threatens to put a significant strain on Trump's finances as the election gears up. And so if you want to know one of the big reasons why he's spending so much money, it's because of all of these criminal cases that he has to, now charge, criminal cases that he now has to defend himself against. There are 8 cases that we know of at the moment, at this, right now, because this was the 4th federal criminal case that Trump was hit with, and he's being hit with 4 civil cases as well. And he has other lawyers on retainer, and he has lawyers doing the rounds on TV that aren't actually doing law shit necessarily. And so there's so much stuff and so many lawyers and so many law firms that he has to, pay for. I think this guy on Midas Touch did a great job kind of explaining some of this. Look at this.
And convicted of tax evasion in New York. He had the similar combination of 3 or 4 lawyers. So add them to the mix. We're now up to 6 lawyers up in New York. Now let's move to Florida for Mar-a-Lago and other investigations. There you've got the new lawyer who just joined John Lauro, Chris Keiss, and Todd Blanche, and every one of them comes with 2 or 3 partners and associates. So now you're quickly up to, I've named about 10 right there, just between New York and what's going down in Florida. Now let's talk about the former lawyers that apparently are still on the payroll, and they're still used as shills and proxies on Sunday morning and other talk shows, and seem to be consulting with the Trump campaign, meaning they need to get paid. And that would be Jim Trusty, right, John Rowley, Tim Parlatore, and Evan Corcoran. And so now we've got running down the list here, and I haven't even gotten up to Georgia. Let's go to Georgia. Georgia is Drew Findling and his associate, this woman whose last name is Little, and then they each have associates around there. So you got Drew Findling and Little +++. You've got Laura Keiss and Blanche +++. You've got Takapina and Haba +++. You've got Susan Necklace +++. You've got Trustee, Rowley, Parlatore, and Corcoran. You've got the former lawyers and other witnesses that all need lawyers, and Donald Trump is paying for them because he wants to do some sort of witness intimidation and make sure they're all kind of, inside the tent keying in instead of outside the tent. Well, you know what I mean. And so there you got Christina Bobb needs a lawyer. This is making attorneys get attorneys, right? You've got Stan Woodward, who's representing about 5 different people in the Mar-a-Lago indictment, and his firm needs to get paid. I think overall he's representing 8 and 6 people, all related back to Donald Trump. He's representing Walt Nauta, because Walt Nauta needs a lawyer paid for by Donald Trump. Carlos de Oliveira, the duly indicted maintenance worker, involved with.
These names are incredibly goofy. He's like getting lawyers from goddamn Lazy Town.
The Mar-a-Lago conspiracy. And then you've got at least 2 former employees and executive assistants of Donald Trump, and they each need a lawyer, and some of them use Walt Nauta's lawyer, Stan Woodward, and some of them don't. So you got Stan Woodward in there too. Then Alan Weisselberg,
he's not done.
CFO for Donald Trump, he needs a lawyer. The 2 Calamaris, Matt Calamari and Matt Calamari Sr., which are Trump Organization heads of security and COOs, they've been pulled in for grand jury testimony. They got a lawyer appointed for them by Donald Trump. This is like a perverse episode of Oprah. You get a lawyer, I'll pay for, and you get a lawyer, I'll pay for, and you get a lawyer, I'll pay for. Okay, I'm in this business. All the lawyers that I just mentioned are anywhere on the low end at $1,000 an hour. Yeah, maybe they got some associates at $750 or $800, and on the high end, $2,000 an hour. Okay, so every one of the people I just mentioned is going to get $3, $4, $5, $8 million at least, especially in these cases all go to trial, per. So he's probably got a burn rate, Donald Trump, just in legal fees for himself, for his civil cases, his criminal cases, and the witnesses that he's also paying, including his kids and his former and current executives. Right? And his former and current executive assistants and secretaries and aides and handlers and all of that. I'm not kidding. He probably has at least a $15 million a month bill coming due from all of these law firms.
In short, it's over. In short, you're right. This man has hired the entire one piece cast to represent him in court. It's over. He literally can't keep paying for all of this. Because some of these, it could take a year or more for them to get to trial, and they're going to have to be working around the clock to be able to actually have him be, get like a good defense. It's so over. This man is going bankrupt, right? He's not going bankrupt at the moment. He definitely could. It's a possibility, right? But like, he could very much be running out of money before he even, like, when it comes to his campaign. And so this means that he's going to be able to put out less ads. He's going to have to go to less places. The whole campaign is going to have to tighten up their belt because he's burning so much fucking money for all of these crimes that he's committed. And this is on top of, just so you know, he's still in the negative. Like that number that he did was before this next criminal case was put down. So that hasn't even been calculated the type of money they're burning per month there. But like, he's in the red as he's getting money injections from the RNC, because remember, the Republican National Committee uses their funds, they use their war chest and give it to Trump to help pay for his legal fees. The RNC is literally his sugar daddy. And he's still in the red. It's so expensive to be Donald Trump. They're not paying him anymore? Oh wait, let me see. No, he's been cut off from the honeypot. Oh no, he's been cut off from the honeypot. What the hell? RNC chair says committee can't pay Trump's legal bills if he announces 2024 run. Oh no. They can't pay for things that relate to politically motivated legal proceedings waged against Donald Trump. They're like, we totally don't want him to like have these things happen to him, but we ain't paying for that shit. He used to just be scooping money right out of the RNC's war chest. Like they cut him off. He doesn't get his allowance anymore. Oh no. Oh no, dude. It's over. And it seems like he thinks it's over too. This is how he's been truthing in his spare time. This is how my man's been truthing. I understand through illegal leaks to the fake news media that phony Fannie Willis of the D of Fulton County, Georgia, wants desperately to indict me on the ridiculous grounds of tampering with the 2020 election. No, I did not tamper with the election. It was a perfect call. Those who rigged and stole the election were the ones that were tampering, not me. Why wasn't the fake case brought 2.5 years ago? Election interference. Would someone please tell the Fulton County grand jury that they're literally lying to their audience? And I did not tamper with the election. The people who tampered with the election were not me. They're riggers. And if you're wondering if he actually said that, he did.
The hard
He
R.
did. He came out against the riggers. You know the ones. You know the ones. A large, complex, detailed, but irrefutable report on the presidential election fraud which took place in Georgia is almost complete and will be presented by me at the major news conference at 11 a.m. on Monday of next week in Bedminster, New Jersey. Oh, no, not Jersey. You know it's really over. Based on the result of this conclusive report, all the charges should be dropped against me and others. There will be a complete exoneration. They never went after those who rigged the election. They only went after those who fought to find the riggers. I got any riggers in chat? Be honest. Were you there trying to rig the election?
Oh shit!
All
What am I doing?
riggers must identify themselves now. OMG me, it me. Fucking riggers. You know how riggers are. You can't trust a rigger as as far as you can throw them. Okay, listen. I've been known to rig from time to time. Georgia, infested with riggers. Ain't that right? Rigger is our word. You can say rigger. Riggers. Not the hard R rigger. So close to a slip up. I will say, I get scared every time I say it because I think I'm saying something differently sometimes, even though I know what I'm saying. It's scary. As a Georgian rigger, I can confirm there's billions of us. Billions. I mean, that's why. It'll take billions of them no good, dirty riggers working together in that state to overturn the God-fearing patriots that are the Donald Trump supporters. So it does make sense. It's got to be intentional, right? He's Donald Trump, so honestly, I don't know. Honestly, can't tell. But him saying they only went for those who fought the riggers is really funny. It's really funny. He's really mad at Chris Christie because Chris Christie said that Donald Trump should sell Trump Tower to pay his legal bills, which I also think is really funny, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's really funny. I just hope Republicans and the people in our now failing nation see what is happening to our democracy and freedom. A sitting president has indicted in many different forms and locals his political opponents who is substantially leading him in the polls. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Our country can never let this stand. So as you see, he's taking the new indictment very well. Taking the new indictment very well. Can you believe it? And if you can believe it, Fannie Willis has used the RICO charge once again. Then he started posting polls about how he's definitely winning and it's a huge W for him. You know, Pant Piss is down. He's up. He's so up. He's actually never been more up than he is right now. And it's, you know, and it's just like, it's actually all falling apart. I went to Iowa and there were people there that showed up. He's even retruthing himself. Just so you know, all of these tweets were in the last 5 hours. In case you were wondering, like these tweets, all of these were in the last 5 hours. Yeah, from here up, all of these are the last 5 hours. He's truthing so hard right now. He is our first terminally online president. You're right. 2 hours ago, he's posted a new video. I believe we have a compromise. I believe we have a compromised president. He was bribed and now he is being blackmailed. He is a Manchurian candidate. He doesn't even know what that word means. That's why Crooked Joe is letting other countries walk all over the US. So true, buddy. So true. I love how he's like, Biden has it indicted me, when Biden really doesn't have anything to do with like most of the cases that are being brought against him. Bro, I think Biden's asleep right now. I don't think Biden has, you know, I don't think he's doing this, brother. I gotta say, but it won't stop conservatives from coping anyways, because when they cope, they start coping hard. They start coping real hard. And let's take a look at how hard they're coping right now, because this is pretty bad. Lindsey Graham, somebody who originally hated Donald Trump, to being one of Donald Trump's most tight-lipped sucker. Like he's going Dyson vacuum on that shit. You know what I mean? It's like his throat is a black hole for Trump's cock, and he will not stop.
Ooh, cock.
Yeah, play this forward. How do you run for president in 2024? Moving between courthouses in New York City and Washington, D.C. and Florida and Atlanta.
He's gonna cry, bro.
He's spending more money on lawyer fees than he is running for office. January the 6th, I was there. I saw it. He was impeached over it. The American people can decide whether they want him to be president or not. This should be decided at the ballot box, not in a bunch of liberal jurisdictions trying to put the man in jail.
His voice is so shaky. Why every time that I see Lindsey Graham these days, he's always on the verge of tears? I mean, I'm telling you that he sucks Trump's cock. Look, he's deep throwing that shit so hard he's got tears in his eyes. He went to the local Adam and Eve and bought that throat numbing spray, and it's still not working out for him. It's crazy. He's grapefruiting Donald Trump live on air. Is this? How is this legal? Where's the FTC when you need that? Gonna cry, piss your pants, maybe shouldn't come. He's a criminal. No, Trump can't be charged. Then maybe stop committing crimes. Can't do the time, don't do the crime. Weren't you like a lawyer, or at least pretended to be one? They should add him to the RICO case. You're right.
They're weaponizing the law in this country. They're trying to take Donald Trump down, and this is setting a bad precedent. And what I fear is that you're changing the way the game is played in America, and there's no going back.
Damn, it's still level 5.
We're in for a very hard time if this becomes the norm.
I'm gonna be honest with you, this should be the norm. Trump, like, the fact that presidents haven't been charged in court more is actually a problem. We're becoming more democratic. Things are getting better in the country when presidents get charged. Why? So many presidents have committed crimes, both inside and outside of the country, but face no consequences for like decades, a century, or more. Honestly, or honestly, maybe even ever. It's crazy. Like, what was the last president that actually got, you know, held accountable for the crimes that they actually genuinely committed?
OLED.
Not many. Not many. It has to be so overt and so terrible that it's completely something that you can't even look away from. And even then, they typically just get pardoned and then moonwalk away from all the problems that they made for the country. Like, it's finally time for somebody to go to goddamn jail. It's time for us to have a presidential mugshot. It's time. It's time. It's been time. You know, the not arresting presidents actually needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago. And if that means Donald Trump gets hit with 6 criminal cases and goes to jail for the rest of his life, the prosecutors have
Melania, you're gonna wait for me, aren't you?
I mean, Lauren, what the fuck is her name? Lauren what? I completely forgot her name. That loud blonde bitch. That Lauren bitch. Tommy Lauren. There we go. I remember. There we go. She was really mad at Hillary Clinton.
That everyone is well aware of in this country, but it doesn't get better with moments like this. When this 4th indictment came down, this was the reaction last night at MSNBC as she was being interviewed. Watch.
Madam Secretary, fancy meeting you.
Oh,
here.
I
It's
can't
really nice
believe
this. Yeah, this is not the circumstances in which I
This is the most white wine mom sassy table I've seen in my entire goddamn life. Hillary Clinton right after Donald Trump just got indicted, and goddamn Rachel Maddow. That's crazy to me. This honestly, this is liberal wine mom Avengers.
She got the evil chair
This
pose.
is liberal wine mom Avengers right now, and it's actually hilarious.
Suck my dick. Nor me, Rachel. It's always good to talk to you.
Did she say nor me?
Honestly, I didn't think that it would be under these circumstances. Yet another set of indictments.
A lot of glee, a lot of smiling and laughing about this fourth indictment, which is obviously no laughing matter for anybody who is involved in it.
She got some nice lips, or is that lip injections?
In fairness, they went on to say, she said she doesn't feel that she felt profound sadness about what had happened after, you know, after the smile was off of her face.
Yeah, damn, Hillary Clinton. I mean, the indictments are pretty funny. I can't lie. Trying to overturn an election by pretending to be a cop is really funny. I can't. That's some sort of like cartoon hijinks.
No doubt she's.
What's next? They tried to pretend to be a different guy by Rudy Trump and Sidney Powell all sitting on each other's shoulders in a big trench coat. It's funny. Be honest with your be honest with yourself for a second. This is funny. It's hilarious even.
Gleeful about this, but hatred is also obsession, and Hillary Clinton happens to be obsessed with Donald Trump. So are the folks over at CNN and MSNBC, because they have something to talk about. They loved when Donald Trump was president, whether they're willing to admit it or not, because they could talk about him day in, day out, and how much they hate him, how obsessed they were over him, and this just gives them...
That is true, and they could also fundraise off of it. They did like it when Trump was in office. The Democrats never got more money and more clout than when Trump was in office, I will say. But that's not the Democrats' fault. That's the Republicans' fault for liking fascism. Sorry.
More fodder for their laughter, but it's a dark day for our country.
They're laughing at us.
Donald Trump is guilty or not, whether you don't like the man, you don't like his policies, you don't want him to be president again. It's a dark day for our country when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 indictments of a former president. This is unprecedented. So this is a dark time. And
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 indictments on my president. Hey, on my president. I got 5, 6, 7, 8 charges ready to take you down. Hey, ready to take you down. It's actually fantastic for America for this guy to go follow your leader. That is true. Follow your leader. Find the nearest lamppost. You know, go to jail. Go if you love him so much, then go to jail with him. Go ahead. That's tomato lasagna. It is. It's her. It's her. It's her. It's just, I don't know. It's just like if you want to cry so much, then just go to jail with him. Then you can all just leave. It would be great. Like, and like this down here in the Chiron. Nothing American about supporting Trump. Like, I hate to say it. I like to be super calm or whatever. I like to be pretty level-headed when I have the opportunity to, but I have to say what has to be said. True. She's right. Not only is she right, she's spitting as well. Nothing American about supporting Donald Trump. Donald Trump actively hates America, the way we do government, the whole reason why this country was made to begin with, to follow the rule of law. He's not American, and the people who support him are not American. They truly hate freedom of speech. That's why he attacks them. Not only he literally demonized the whole media. He's at the forefront of conspiracies to lie about our election, to undermine the most important thing about our society, which is our democratic elections. There's almost nothing less American than that. It truly, genuinely. The way that he was against protests, the way that how he shut down peaceful protests, the way that he used the police against civilians, the way in which he tried to overturn an election. He tried to storm the Capitol and thought it was funny. What's less American than that? Genuinely. And his supporters, they're huge conspiracy theorists. They don't believe in climate change. They don't believe that Donald Trump lost the election. If you want to see the real black pill about these people, okay, I have to do it. I have to pull. pull this out. I hate to do it, but it has to be done. I am the chosen one. A lot of Americans support
Roadblock, we need
bombing
you.
fictional country.
There we
from
go.
Aladdin.
Come on, Big Daddy.
45% of Republicans said they want to bomb Aladdin's fictional city.
Get that taunt ready.
22%
regenerating
said
that
don't
shit.
bomb it. They want to bomb Agrabah, a fake fucking city. 36%.
Damn it! Get the fuck out of my
36%
camera.
support the proposal of bombing Agrabah, the fictional city in Aladdin. How am I supposed to treat these people seriously? How am I supposed to treat these people seriously? 30% of Republicans support bombing Agrabah, a fake city from Aladdin in the goddamn Disney movie. And you want me to treat these people seriously? Horribly, wildly unserious. This can't be real. It is. It's a real poll that was done. It's a real poll of 500 Republicans, which is actually a reasonably decent sample size. It's crazy. It's insane. And I'm supposed to be treating these people with like kid gloves. And that's the craziest thing about it, is that if you call a spade, then they get mad at you and say how you're being so unhelpful and how you're not like being, and you're not like doing something that's going to actually win them over. And you can't talk to Republicans in a serious manner, or else they're just going to shut off and put their fingers in their ear and get angry. Because they're
Thank you.
They're children. You'd have to talk to them like children. I think Destiny did a great job explaining this. Found it. Here we go. Got it. Take it away, Mr. Stephen Kenneth Destiny Vanell. The second or is it third?
People like retarded 4-year-olds. That's how I reach a conservative. I've got to be incredibly patient. I have to be incredibly kind. I've got to pretend. I can't even pretend.
I do not.
Who's got the hammer?
My son, it is condescending because they're fucking retarded. They don't believe in vaccines. They don't believe in climate change. They don't believe in science. They don't believe in academia. Half of them don't think we went to the fucking moon. They don't think they did the election. How the fuck else am I supposed to treat these people? Yeah, of course they're fucking retards. But yeah, you treat them like that. You be kind. You be patient. You be empathetic. You do what you can. But at the end of the day, I believe in the things that I do for good reason. And it's not like I'm going to sit here and pretend that me and a conservative have the same factual standing on every single issue we debate. That's insane. It's literally the party of like science denialism. Half these people think the Earth is 6,000 years old. And the dinosaurs aren't real. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to take them seriously in some kind of scientific or factual sense? There's a...
I do not support the R word, but I think you made a decent point there through all of that. It's true. How in the world are you ever supposed to treat these people seriously when 30% of them would like to bomb a fictional city in Aladdin? Heartbreaking. Worst person you know. He's gonna blame. They don't want to hear anything that doesn't fit their fantasy about what reality is. Yeah, because it's so easy to make up a reality instead of dealing with actual problems. They love Donald Trump because he's the unfactual, unserious, pretending to be serious, weak man, strong guy who can easily, weak man, strong guy who is the culture war president. Like, have you ever talked to a Republican before who really supports Donald Trump? Like, do they bring up actual policy that he's either passed or like that they really like? No, instead they're like, he epically owns the Democrats and he's like he's taking it to them. They're allergic to policy because policy's hard. Making the world better is hard. Fixing problems is hard. Getting mad at trans people is easy. Blaming your issues on black people is easy. Saying all the problems come from them is easy. It's very easy. It's super easy, actually. It's the easiest thing in the world. So why would you do that when you can make more money, get more clout, get more eyes on you, and stay in office longer when you could simply just not? They love him because he is the culture war president, and he abandoned all of the old cringe, oh, we need policies, because Republicans can't win on a policy debate because they don't have, they resigned themselves to be the party of opposition. They're the minority party in a lot of cases. They don't lead. They don't pass shit. How many laws did Donald Trump pass when he was in office? How many bills did he get through Congress when he had 2 whole years of being president with a House, Senate, and presidency all in his favor? How many? What, 2? 3? He couldn't even take down Obamacare. Like 3 in 2 years. Republicans had so many years.
Where are you going, bro?
Actual policy to pass when they finally got all 3 branches of government again. So many years.
Jesus Christ.
At least like 10? They had a whole decade to think about things they wanted to pass, and they couldn't? They couldn't do anything? They don't care about policy. Never have. And that's why he's doing all of this stuff, and that's why he had to go try to find all those votes, because at the end of the day, that can only take you so far. And when people finally find out the fascism you're bringing into the country, the evil you're sparking in people's hearts, the lies that you tell about the country that they love, that's when people stop coming out. That's why we're in a historical, like, left-wing resurgence in this country. And I'm not only talking about the demon rats, I'm talking about progressives and socialists as well around the country who are actually making a change and getting into office and making things better. The Republican Party has almost never been weaker because they've moved away from actually changing people's lives to just culture war bullshit. But at the same time, they've almost never had more money and more eyes on them or control the narrative more because of that as well. There are trade-offs to everything that you do. And the trade-off for these people is going to jail, it seems. It's wild how that works out, isn't it? And this has also led to a massive schism inside of the Republican Party itself. There are now pro-Trump going to jail and anti-Trump going to jail Republicans, and they're at war with each other. They're tearing each other's throats out. They both want society to be worse, so I'm perfectly fine with them doing it, but I think it's funny, and let's take a look.
This feels different. You know what Donald Trump did his most damage in Georgia. He sucked the soul out of the Republican Party here. He's sucked the morality out of the Republican Party, the fiscal responsibility out of the Republican Party. He sucked our winning percentage out of the Republican Party. He's taken everything from us, and it is our turn to take it back, right? It's our turn to win elections based on the policies that we think we're better on.
This is so funny to me because he's literally doing the, you took everything from me. And you know for a fact Donald Trump would actually unironically be like, I don't even know who you are. And it's actually so good. You took everything from me. You don't know what you've done. We haven't won an election in 4 years.
What the fuck? How did it miss?
Mr. Trump, he's the real vacuum. He does. He eats up everything. Even other he used to be like the top ticket type thing. Even other Republicans are doing worse now that Trump is back, because people stop caring about them and it's all eyes on Trump. All money goes to Trump. And on top of that, he's demonized even the Republican Party to the point where people don't even want to vote for your average Republican anymore. There are so many Republican and conservative talking heads around the country who are like, I'll never vote for a Republican ever again.
My shield.
You never threw Hunter Biden in jail for his huge cock that strippers were doing key bumps off of. They're called cock bumps now. You don't understand what you've done. Why isn't Joe Biden in jail for stealing the election from my God, Emperor of the world, and working with Xi Jinping and the pandas that put together the voting machines for Smartmatic, more like Dumbmatic, isn't that right, boys? And injecting pieces of the soul of Hugo Chavez to overturn our beautiful election and our perfectly safe country to turn us to evil trans evil. The blacks the gays, the transgenders, the feminists, the CRTs, and I'm not talking about the TVs, the Mexicans. I can only say
Not the
that now.
Mexicans.
I live on a border. I live in a border city. If I say Mexican, they throw me in jail. They will beat me to death with weaponized maracas. You don't get it. You don't know what this country has become without Donald Trump.
No.
I'm only being a little hyperbolic when I say that, unironically. This is a large Republican talking head. Cat turd.
Bro, please.
Dear loser Republican Party, I have officially pushed.
Oh,
you have
perfect,
officially
thanks.
pushed us too far with your weakness. I, along with millions of others, will never vote for your party again, except for in very rare occasions. You are spineless, worthless, neocon, do-nothing cowards. You give zero value to your base. Stop sending me requests to give you money. You'll never get a dime from me. After 40 years, I'll be registering as independent this week. Good luck winning in the future without the America First movement. So yeah, it's actually over. Republicans are done. Like, with killing their entire base, with telling them that COVID will turn them
Come on,
into
bro. Is that
a
really necessary?
crocodile alligator. Moving away from all policy positions, completely alienating slightly right independents. Completely, completely turning yourselves
Please,
into
bro,
a
stop.
Trump-cum
Stop
receptacle.
going after me.
And
oh shit, I'm
and
dead.
Just
God
like
damn, the floor's
being
on fire.
completely stupid has led them to bleed more voters than they have in my entire lifetime. And honestly, I'm so here for it. Meanwhile, DeSantis is begging Disney to drop the lawsuit. We'll talk about that another day. But that was I did see that, and I've saved it, and it's very funny.
This is the prime spot for us to take Joe Biden to the woodshed and call him out for not running the.
What? Is that a real term? Take someone to the woodshed? I don't like that. Is that like a slavery reference? He is from Georgia. That sounds like a slavery reference, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Take him to the woodshed. You're gonna get tortured.
Border right, not protecting our
Sounds
community.
right. Real
Putting
tar
our best
baby.
foot forward internationally. These are our moments in time.
Kinda does.
But if we make this about the
Aim
three-ring
to the
circus of
woodshed.
Donald Trump, we will lose, and lose
Cut
again.
his dick off.
You make a
Hang
good
his
point
testicles on a wall.
We're gonna lose.
Bitch,
Guys,
gotcha.
we're gonna
Pussy.
lose. We're gonna lose.
Hold on.
Oh no,
I love you,
look,
Deadeye.
the conservatives are so angry. As a Georgian, I can tell
Say
he
thank
doesn't
you.
speak for all of us. He was essentially kicked out of the Republican
Shit.
Party and he didn't run for re-election. And the Democrats don't want him either. He's a loser, an embarrassment to Georgians. Good riddance. It's ridiculous, like Duncan, who sucked the soul out of the party. Anti-Trumpers have their own agenda, not the people's. So some guy gets elected in Georgia and now he can decide the politics of the entire conservative movement? A clown who is driven from the lieutenant governor position due to
T-Rex,
Trump,
please stop.
who actually won
ask for
his
this.
run in the White House. Well, he didn't. Something a rhino would say. So true, those rhinos, they only want the worst for us. Unlike us real Republicans who only want the best for us. And I mean, obviously Tim Pool doing his classic, anytime a Republican does something bad and gets punished, it's time for a civil war. Because like Republicans are too much of children to actually understand when they do something wrong.
Give me that
so
health.
they'd rather like try to kill people instead of actually, you know, coming to grips with the fact that they belong in prison. So you know how dogs is. You know how it is. Dim Tool. More honestly, I do like Dim Fool. In my personal opinion, but you know, Dim Tool is also really good. Civil War. It's just his thing. Every time a Republican like shoots somebody and then they get like punished, like Tim will be like, it's time for a civil war, or this
So
is,
it's 4
this is
bursts
civil war
to
baiting,
get the power
basically.
up.
He says it every single
Full
time.
burst.
I promise you, if a Republican does something and then gets punished, it's like it's civil war. That's all he has to say. That's it. Baby brain, child. Well, he loves. I mean, just like wait a second. Civil War in 2017. Civil War, Democrat Civil War, second Civil War coming into focus. This is just the beginning. From culture war to civil war. AOC cries, liberals predict civil war. Civil war is here. We are in a cold civil war. Illegal feds, rated GOP. Now civil war is coming. New York Times article warns civil war, driving cultural civil war. Authoritarians versus libertarian tactics and cultural civil war. Fears of civil war 2. Electric Boogaloo is coming. Tucker Carlson shows civil war is escalating. Poll shows 35% in support of secession, pushing civil war. Are you ready for the next American civil war? And it just keeps going. You actually, all of these videos are his civil war videos. He actually can't stop himself. I don't know why it didn't come up. 100 matches. Oh, it's crazy. Bro is out of his mind. There's more too. This isn't even the end of them.
The fuck?
Just so you know.
Goddamn, bro, shitting
He's been
on
doing
us.
this shit for about,
literally
for the better part of a decade at this point. Over 100 matches.
Get the fuck out of, what
It's crazy.
What is this?
This man is out of his mind.
Where the
It's
birds
been
at?
5 years with the Civil War, Tim. Oh, it's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. When they do bad things, it's Civil War time.
Good shit, Roblox.
It's Civil War time. What's up, guys? It's time for a new Civil War. You can't punish me when I do bad things because now it's time for a Civil War. And if you're wondering if any other Republicans actually have like an idea of what to do in this situation besides just like shit yourself, like a lot of them are doing, well, Charlie Kirk thinks that he has the solution for Republicans for how to combat being put in jail for committing crimes, and that is to put your political opponents in jail for anything. Literally.
This guy's stuck.
I'm not joking. He wrote this whole article. How should Republicans respond to Fulton County? Indict the left. When politicians are tempted to prosecute their enemies for political reasons, they must fear the same thing happening to them. So now he's like, he thinks Donald Trump has never committed a crime or even suspect to committing a crime. So instead of like just not committing crimes, he says that we should just throw all of the left in jail because that's what they're doing to us, even though he just thinks that Republicans committing crime is like normal. So he just thinks that it's just like a part of what they do. It's just what we do. It's not committing crimes, it's just what we do. It's how we do politics. It's crazy crybaby shit. Is the left in the room with us right now? Yes. They're everywhere. Crimes are only for black people and black people sympathizers, don't you know? True, that's pretty true. There have been 27 Republican attorney generals in the US compared to 23 Democrats, but you'd hardly know it these days. Today, all the celebrity prosecutors are Democrats. The left has an entire cast of politicians who make their careers by loudly hunting down supposed wrongdoers by using whatever excuses they can manufacture. You mean the crimes that you committed? If you didn't commit the crimes, then why did you all get convicted? Have anybody ever think about that? Like, you can get charged for whatever the police want to charge you with, but like actually getting convicted is something completely different. If you really didn't do that shit, and it was pretty clear, you're not going, more like than not, you're not going to jail if you have money. And all these Republicans that are getting yoinked, they all have money. You know that. Maybe just don't do crimes instead. And so this is his list. For the sake of rigging an election and imprisoning enemies, the left got creative. For the sake of defending our system of government from this outlandish attack, we may have to get creative too. I offer the following examples as a starting point, but by no means an end point.
Damn, guys.
Hunter Biden's penis. Number 1. James Biden. Joe Biden's brother. Alejandro Mayorkas. Some guy. BLM. Put all of BLM in jail.
Nope.
The Southern Poverty Law Center, because they wrote me down as being a mean guy, and they belong in jail too. Literally any Democrat for anything. And so here's the thing. When people say that like, oh, you can't say that these people are moving to fascism, then what the hell is this? Put literally any Democrat in jail for literally anything because somebody that I like politically did a crime, and I don't want him to be convicted and held accountable because that's bad and mean. But really, giving specific names besides the point, the case against Trump and his associates aren't the product of a reasoned criminal inquiry. They are. They are. Investigate first, define crimes later should be the order of the day. And for even the most minor offenses, the rule should be no charity, no goodwill, no mercy. After all, it's what the Democrats have practiced for the past 7 years. Just stop committing crimes. Just stop doing crimes. Stop. It needs to stop. It needed to stop a long time ago. If you don't want to go to jail, stop doing crimes. It really isn't that hard. Democrats don't do this many crimes. I think more Democrats belong in jail. I'm not going to argue against that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why is Nancy Pelosi so rich? And why have so many Democrats been able to do insider dealing? I think a lot of that should be investigated 100%, but literally every Democrat for everything. It just makes no damn sense. You're just a piss baby who's mad at the fact that you got caught committing crimes and you just don't want them to go to jail because you love crimes. Just be honest. You belong in jail. You're not canceled. You're a criminal. You go to jail. And you stay there as well. Because they said the same exact things for the people who stormed the Capitol. How in the world are you going to storm the Capitol in an attempt to overthrow the election and then sit here and tell me that those people don't belong in jail? No, your dumbass can sit in jail with them. Go ahead. Go ahead. And so that's where we are right now with the whole Trump investigation and indictments is the fourth one.
Killed us.
And honestly, more are on the way because these people can't help but committing crimes. It's what they do. They've gotten away with it for a very long time. And if we still lived in the era where Donald Trump was slightly less of a bad person, I think we'd still very easily live in that world where no president would be punished for any crime that they ever committed ever. And I just think that that's a worse world that we all live in. So yes, you go to jail, and yes, you stay there, and yes, you all deserve to be there. 4 indictments, 91 charges. For one guy for 4 years in office. He shouldn't have even been there for the entire run to begin with. He's fucking stupid. You're all children.
Where's the hammer at?
And
Shit,
you honestly all
him.
deserve to be sitting in that cell with him.
Come here. Come here.
Who's got the hammer?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad.
Got him.
I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.
Been a cornerstone of white supremacy for hundreds of years in this country. You know, they used to castrate black men before hanging them if they would flee the plantation. The myth of them, like, you know, being the white women or whatever. I mean, this has been around for a long time, presumably due to the sexual insecurity of white men. Well, yes, I suppose I do agree that those are people.
Okay, beautiful.
We're gonna move on to Kova. Go ahead, Kova.
Hello, Vosh. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderfully. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Basically, I'd like to ask you a question that's been on my mind lately a lot. Mm-hmm. And so, basically, I'm like...
Huge issue.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate it, Bosh.
Sorrow.
What are they doing with this dialogue, man?
Constant sorrow in a world like ours.
Why is there a car crash?
Oh, it's about depression and mental health. It's getting deep.
Lots of other creatures reside in this ecosystem. Could be anything.
The train?
Yeah, but
What up, kitty?
anyone makes that sound.
I saw you over there. What's up?
Wait, what? What? What?
Alright. I wasn't pushing you out. No fucking way.
Help me! Wait, what? What?
They're stealing assets? What is this? Crossover?
What the f- Okay, there's no way.
Did they have license to use this?
There's no way they're doing a choo-choo Charles. That is actually Choo Choo Charles. They just yoinked the model.
Is that legal?
What?
No fucking way.
I don't even understand what's going on with this game anymore.
Managed to catch a
Oh, this shit is nuts.
That was actually Choo Choo Charles.
Like 7.
A much better game.
I hope they keep farting these out so we can continue watching you suffer.
Why did they have Choo Choo? Oh my god, why did they have Choo Choo Charles? It just doesn't even make any sense. Boys, the game is peak. The game is actually peak. Like, I really thought they couldn't outdo themselves, and here we are. What? How did they have... I don't understand, like, how they had... They had Choo Choo Charles Train, which is like another game, a much better game, also like a fan game. Yeah, I could, like, that's the point where they jump the shark. That is the point where they jump the shark. Right, I guess I go back to the Toad guy now. When you make the video, put me in the video. That's part of the deal. I mean, your name's gonna come up for the dono, so you've made it. You're famous. Please don't make me walk all the way back here just for him to say it's not ready yet. Please. Are you done? Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Please say we're done. Please say we're done. Please say we're done. You're not done, are you? You're not done. Mate. Mate. It's just like... Prepare to get toasted. Fire emoji. Yeah, no, that's really when it peaked. That and including another character that wasn't even theirs. Where do I go now? I don't understand where to go. Did he leave anything? I don't think so. Go back to the octopus cell. Oh, right. Is there something up? There we go. Oh, well, that's like a collectible. That's not like part of the... I mean, I can play this on the TV, but it's not going to like progress anything. Oh, I remember that.
Imagine throwing away your dignity all for a measly $100 and not something like $500. Not even enough to afford a fat furry commission. Honestly, Pyro, what was going through your head when you proposed to smell the kangaroo's feet for that amount?
Hey man, I wanted to make his day, alright? Like, as soon as he saw the challenge, he ran and got his mom's credit card. Do we go back on here on the train? I don't even know where we're going now. Which one's the feeding? That's green, okay.
I feel now is a good time to introduce ourselves, which we haven't done up to this point, if you can believe it. I'm Uthman. I worked here before everything came crashing down, literally and figuratively. It's down
I thought his name was Ban Ban. Why is he called Uthman?
We're here. Let's get going.
I like how he just recorded that line on a completely different day. Why is he carrying that on his back?
Wait, get down.
What?
This game came out on my birthday.
Oh, Jumbo
that's
Josh!
2 disasters that happened on
Jumbo Josh!
August
Jumbo
11th.
Josh! Jumbo Josh! Jumbo Josh! Why is he crouched down? That's not gonna make any difference. What? What?
That must have been a trap that the sheriff set up earlier. Poor Josh. I can't imagine how confusing this has all been for him.
How do you think it feels for the average player of this game?
That wasn't locked the last time I was here.
Thank you, Citrusland, for the 10.
Can't be too hard to get it open though, right?
Oh, another dark hallway. Oh, another dark hallway. Jesus Christ, how long does this go? Practice safety and you'll be okay. This right mouse button to teleport to the nearest room. Can he break these? I don't think I can activate these. Oh, now they're activated. I think okay is the code for the buttons. Yeah, I thought that as well, but probably not. Boy, what the hell going on here? Nothing is funny enough. Okay, true. Don't... Yeah, that kind of is actually true. Ooh, I got a crown.
Wow. You just come in here, steal what's ours, and then leave?
Yep.
You can have the crown. I couldn't care less about that. But can I at least have some applause for my little poem, please?
How do I clap?
Don't listen to that guy over there. All he cares about are his
Fucking
poems.
scared me, Jesus.
I'll show you something that's actually impressive. A magic trick. Oh Open sesame.
Here's my dick.
I think I earned a round of applause for that.
Bye-bye. There we go. Oh, a top hat. Grab that. Thank you, Annan, for the 10. Oh, is this the glass or... Oh, shit. Hang on. What if I...
Didn't put in my name. Whatever, I got clout from this on your Discord anyway. Easy $30.
That is so sad that you just bragged. You bragged on a live stream that you just got Discord clout. That is the worst thing I've heard in my life. Oh, I don't even think I can... Oh, maybe I can. How do I get to that button? It's through there. It's through here. Oh, maybe if I do the... Ah, I see. Because this gets views. That's one done. You gotta hit it unlike the opposite side. I like how it's left X's around so players would know where to hit, and it still isn't even accurate. Alright, one more. We did it! Yay! Hooray! What do we get? Red key card. Okay, let's do that okay thing upstairs. Right. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Hooray! We did it.
There seems to be 2 doors behind each other. I think we opened the inner one.
Already got you, buddy. Done and done.
Before we grab the elevator piece, there's something I need to do first.
He's got him on his back.
Would you voice act in the next Ban Ban game if asked? Also, whatever happened to the Binley Mega Chippy Egg?
The Binley Mega Chippy Egg? I still have it. I've got it right here. It's not left, it's still part of the backdrop. Like, it's encased in, like, it's in vinegar. So it should be alright. It's obviously not going to last forever. I'm going to have to throw it out at some point. But to be fair, it's still looking alright considering it's like a year old. I would eat that. I would actually eat that on stream. But I would actually need like 10k or something because like that is going to put me in the hospital. That is definitely going to put me in the hospital.
He must have gotten very lonely. But I got him a new friend. Now, we wait. Wait, no, Nab.
No, Nab. No, don't, no.
We can't let Nab take him.
No. So much enthusiasm in that voice there, bro. God damn. No, Nab.
He's really
you can't
scared.
Take him, no. Nab. That's so cringe.
Must be family.
Nab. What are you doing? Oh my god. Don't take it, Nab. Oh my god. No.
Jumping puzzle,
Nab.
yay.
Oh, what's this? She need a break? Yes. This tense music, man. Oh my god. It's so intense.
Most intense
I'm
jumping
really
puzzle you'll ever do.
I tried fixing these so many
we
times.
need support.
You're just unfixable.
Okay, here comes cinema.
Enough is enough.
He got an assault. Thanks. He got an assault too.
No, he's got the chokehold. Oh my god.
What up, kitty?
Oh, he's going sicko
What
mode.
do you want?
God damn.
Here. Good. What's up?
Damn. Just for that, I'm gonna add Gartner Ban 6 to my wish list.
I can control it. I know I can. I have a few things I need to do around here. You go back without me. The elevator part should be around here somewhere.
Is that it? You just leave? And I'm guessing now I have to backtrack all the way I just came. That was amazing though. That was actually cinema. I don't know how anyone can hate on this franchise. Jesus, I really gotta go back. Yep. I thought he'd go like brazy and start chasing me, but nope. Nab, what are you doing? No, don't do that. That's cringe. Nab.
Where are you going, bro? Oh, we gotta chase the bird now.
Oh, it's a scary face. What's that even meant to be? I don't understand what that's meant to be. Just literally scary
Come on, pussies,
face.
let's go.
I don't care. Right, which one didn't we go to?
Here.
Oh, we gotta reset. I'll be honest, this would actually be kind of so funny it's bad, if not for all the backtracking. That really does just kill it a little bit. Right, this is the one we gotta go to. Employee exercise sector. Okay, we gotta go that way. So I gotta hit that and then we go back. God gave us his toadiest toads.
Fuck.
The biggest dump trucks. Very true. Cognitive, physical, communicative. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, come on.
Thank you, Barrage.
So I picked up the card.
You're a sweetheart.
And it won't let me scan it. Ah, so I gotta go back anyway. Bro. Why would the game not communicate that? Like, oh, it's...
I gotta go all the way back. And then I gotta get off the elevator and I gotta go through Dark Souls 2. And
Where
then I
the
gotta
fuck
go
is this?
to the elevator and put the cog in. And then go all the way back.
That is like 10 minutes. That is literally 10 minutes of extra gameplay where there isn't even gameplay.
Help me. Help me.
All the way back.
The bird went all the way over there.
It's literally 2 out of 3 elevator pieces. Why do I need to go all the way back?
This is probably
just
the most
to turn
annoying.
in a single cog. Why can't I just go and get 2 of them and then bring them back and put them on the elevator? I just joined. It looks like you're having a blast already. Nope. There you go.
That's 2 and 3.
Man, these chase sequences are always a mess.
You're joking. Right, okay. At least something is happening now. At least something. Okay. Will this be like Hello Neighbor 2 where you refund the game? Honestly, the Choo Choo Charles cameo has probably saved me from a refund.
Welcome back. I hope your journey was worth it. And the elevator a little.
Journey was not worth it. Absolutely not. Padding the game. Yeah, I just... There's so much padding. Right, let's go see who's in the infirmary and then we can...
This is the 3rd entry to the Total
that one.
Archives. Criminals number 3
No, they got Jumbo Josh. No. No, they got Jumbo Josh.
Sudden and unannounced appearance within the walls of the kingdom took me by surprise, but they are now safely contained.
How is this one guy capturing all of these, by the way? These things come up to you and they one-tap you just by screaming at you. How has he been able to catch all of them? I'm going to go now and put in the gold keycard that I got earlier. I never knew this game had this deep of a lore. I don't know. I feel like they've just gone full irony and they're making it up as they go along, honestly. Because like that Choo Choo Charles bit was just... I never would have seen that coming. It's insufferably quiet. Yeah, I just don't know what... There's just no backing music or anything, or like not even any atmospheric sounds. It's just silence. As soon as you leave. Can I get off now? Right, now we should be able to open this. Oh my god, now we can, now we can. Alright, what's this place? This is just a house. I feel like I'm in like one of those tech demos right now. What am I trying to what am I trying to do here? I don't... Box. Yeah, there's boxes in here. GG. Get your brain work ready with this morning exercise. 3 games, 2 rounds each. Something in one of the rooms might have changed. Report which room the changes occurred. Memorize the contents of each room. Keep your eyes peeled. 3 chairs. 4 apples. 2 watering cans. Okay, this is actually kind of hard. I gotta memorize everything in all of these rooms. Okay. Fuck me, this is hard. What? How am I gonna remember all this? Are you joking? Something somewhere might have changed. Okay, 2 watering cans. Doesn't seem to have changed. That's still there. Oh, there was only 1 of those. Now there's 2. So do I put 1 change in the toilet? Oh, all those have gone as well. That was full of little fucking bottles. Okay, so maybe just one change in the toilet. I'm a genius. Okay, so I think somewhere might have changed. Not in here. Oh, I think there were some boxes there maybe that had disappeared. That's still the same. That's still the same. Yeah, this is back to normal. I feel this has changed. Or maybe it's these boxes. It might be these boxes here actually. I'm gonna put the boxes. Uh-oh. Do I die now? Nope. They ran out of budget. Nothing kills me. All right. All right. Let me see if this is just in order. So it should be this again in here. No, this is the same. I actually don't think there's any change. Okay, I'm a genius. Dot gaming. I like how it gives you 4 minutes as well. Like you don't need that long.
How much longer do we have to wait for your OnlyFans? Big hello from Belarus.
Oh, wasn't there boxes here? Okay, it might be that.
Content. Lils.
I think there were boxes on the right side. Thank you, Grit. And OnlyFans? I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I think that'd be hilarious. Maybe the boxes again. Okay. Okay. 3 games, 2 rounds each. Oh, I see. So there's 3 there. And there's 2 on here. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind. That room is probably the easiest to remember. Wasn't this not here before, that box? I feel like I'm being trolled. This is all the same. It might be no change, though. I'm going to say no change, or it's maybe the box. Maybe it's the box. Oh, it was the box. Nice.
Shit.
Okay, one more. Okay. Yeah, they never change anything in this room. Was that box there? Oh, no, this has changed. This has changed. Yeah, they weren't there before. I'll check anything else in case, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the change. Yeah, it's the box. The boxes again. Fucking hell. It's not even the boxes. All right. Wait, the tree? How is it the tree? No, it wasn't. How is it the tree? What changed? There was like always 4 plants on there. 4 fruit. Let's do it again. Okay. I wonder what this one will be. Are we done?
The spread shot reloads my weapon too. Holy shit.
3 game? Yeah, I was gonna say I just did 3 rounds. Jesus. Cognitive check. Don't know about that one. Physical. Oh my god, this. How much more is there to do? This is not the longest one yet. You gonna kill me? Nope. Okay. Couldn't even follow him. By the way, there's an invisible wall. What is that? Is that a dog or is that a fox? I can't even. What is that? What am I meant to do? That is the least. It's like. What happens if it kills me? Nice. Yep. Average power commission there. I couldn't even tell what that is. Is it like a fox mixed with Godzilla or something? Oh, mate, I got so scared thinking I'd have to do that minigame again. Right, I think I need to bait it into hitting the platforms behind me. I think that's what I've got to do. Okay, I think that did something. There we go. All right. I might die. I might die.
How did the... Oh.
Oh my god, charge it, charge it, charge it. No. Wow. Bungie, 343, Bethesda, Microsoft, Sony, Insomniac. Take notes. I can't even tell what that is. Like, I like how the whiskers are just 3 straight lines, by the way. Amazing game. Oh, it's a cat. That is not a cat! You're telling me that's a cat? I thought that was a fox when I saw it. You're telling me that's a cat? It looks like a fucking pit bull. That's not a cat! That is not a cat! Look at that thing! It looks like a pit bull! Looks like a Staffordshire Bull Terrier or something. That's not a cat. That's not a cat. You're okay. I know you gotta suspend your disbelief a lot for this game, but saying that is a cat, you actually must be joking. You must be joking. Oh, yep, picking up more random shit. Haven't done this before. Queen bounce seller mission. Crystals and a crown. Offer at 8. I think I have 8. Probably missing some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one more. Where is it hiding? What did that do? Oh, that wasn't slimy at all. Damn. Yes, little child. Just go and open the janitor's closet and it'll be in there for you. Oh my god. We're not even done. That isn't even the elevator piece.
Oh, shit. Got a little surprise. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Why didn't they mention this in the update?
Would finish you off. But if trapping you will get you out of my way too, then who am I to complain?
Oh, birds?
Very fitting joke. You humans just never seem to get them.
Enemy dino. Fuck.
Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Hey Pyro, just want to say I'm proud of you and keep up the semi-daily slot for us. Broski feels good man, feels good man.
Thank you, Bagel, for the 10. Appreciate it, man.
Occupied. Reaching the queen will be a piece of cake.
Oh, don't do it, no.
I will go now, because unlike you, my path to having my family back has never been clearer.
That walking animation there. Oh, the kitty's gone. No, no.
Oh, fuck, I haven't been paying
The kitty's
attention.
gone.
God damn it.
I'll be honest. This one has been an endurance. It just doesn't even make any sense. Boys, the game is peak. The game is actually peak. Please don't make me walk all the way back here just for him to say it's not ready yet. Please. Are you done? Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Please say we're done. Please say we're done. Please say we're done. You're not done, are you? You're not done. Mate. Mate.
Supremacy for hundreds of years in this country. You know, they used to castrate black men for hanging them if they would flee the plantation. The myth of them, like, you know, being the white women or whatever. I mean, this has been around for a long time, presumably due to the sexual insecurity of white men. Well, yes, I suppose I do agree that buck breaking is a huge issue.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, Vosh. We're gonna move on to Kova. Go ahead, Kova.
Hello, Vosh. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderfully. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Basically, I'd like to ask you a question that's been on my mind lately a lot. And so, basically, I'm like a white guy, so I guess it's like, I don't know. There's kind of like this movement around me of people who are like talking about like take back what's yours and all this like racial stuff. So, but basically, I'm in favor of I like the idea of spaces for white people, but I want to I only like to date Japanese girls, and I want to like have a family with a Japanese girl. And so does that make me a race traitor?
By your definition, it unquestionably would. Though you can free yourself of that burden by just not being racist, and then you, a Japanese girl, would just be based in red pill, which is what it would be if I did it.
But they were allied with Hitler in World War II.
Yeah, and so were the Italians, and they're all black.
I'm not opposed to that either. I just really want to have like 10 children with like a hot Japanese woman, and I don't want to be a race traitor. So I need your help.
As long as you expand your definition of race traitor to encompass acceptable pairings with black Italians, all people along the Mediterranean, going all the way down to Turkey, and all East Asian people, since there's certainly a lot of genetic overlap between Japanese people and Koreans, given what the Japanese were up to at the time. I think that we can encompass about 80% of the world's population in your white ethno-state. And then you'll be able to have as many children as you want.
Yeah, I think that if I had like 8 children with like a Japanese woman, it would start like the super Hyperborean race.
This guy's so fucking weird.
Of, like white and Japanese mixed children, and that would be like the greatest race ever in the history of the world.
Isn't this lead to that like incel Hapa community or whatever, where they're the half Asian, half white parents, and then they're like complaining because they're shorter on average than I am or something? Isn't that a thing?
Oh yeah, but like basically those people they don't know what's good, because like Asian and whites, like specifically like Japanese and Germanic mixing together, it'll like create the new Hyperborean race, and it'll like take over the world.
Gotcha.
Okay, I think we're good, but I think we're pretty good with this guy.
Next, we're gonna go on with Oi Daxi Wang.
Also, it's pronounced Da Xi-Wang, the great king of the West. Fascinating character from Chinese history. Before I begin, Bosch, despite this being not the most ideal, occasion, this is Dinoman talking.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Yes, it's very nice speaking with you in this occasion. But my question has nothing to do with our talk. If just so kind of a friendly reminder about that thing going on. But my question has nothing to do with politics, as I want to diverge a little bit from more heavy topic. As someone who have basically begged of you to review the announcement trailer of Grand Casey of Total War Warhammer 3, what is your opinion on their new release, about to release new DLC, The Shadow of Change, and raising the price to $25 for one DLC? I find it quite ridiculous, and I hope Creative Assembly will do a better job of managing their marketing or games in the future. I do have a good feeling about the DLC, but I understand why there's outrage over it.
I'm learning about this from you. Wait, hold on. What's the new race?
The new race is the Changeling from Zinch, and they also have 2 legendary hero, and also from Grand Casey, there will be the new legendary lord, Yuanbo, the Jade Dragon, the other dragon sibling.
So,
and also there's the Kislev Baba Yaga.
So wait, there's going to be 2 Chinch races, one of them being.
Oh no, 1 legendary lord, but 2 legendary heroes, and 1 legendary lord from Kasei.
Is there not even an entire new race, and they're charging $23? It's literally
exactly. It's way more expensive than the Chaos Dwarf DLC. In my opinion.
Holy shit! What are they doing? Wait, I'm learning about this now. That's stuff. Wait, hold on. 3 knowledge of the words, changeling of change, established good stratagems with Yonbo's current players. What the okay, are they in debt? How much coke have they been doing over there in the office?
I suspect something to do with Feral, the new historic Total War game. Turns out kind of gonna be a little failure. I hope everything can turn out better than Total Warhammer, Total War 3 Kingdom. They gave up that game after 2 DLC, which was very sad as a Chinese. It was devastating for the community. We were all very sad back then.
Creative Assembly.
Thank you very much.
Take care, friend.
And looking forward to our talk in the future.
It's still there. It's marked priority.
We're gonna move on over to Fred Bear. Go ahead, Fred Bear. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm English. This is a very. It's like 4 a.m. something like that. So I've got a funny question and a serious question. So what I'm gonna say is the serious one, and that is like, so like, you know about electoralism, and I'm a fan, so this is a bit.
I think you're doing wonderfully.
Why, thank you. Yeah, so the Labour Party in England, it has slowly shifted nothing but right. I hate Keir Starmer, and I hate his party. And your approach in America is like to always vote Dem, right? But I don't see the same thing. So I'm just wondering if I should vote Green or something, where they actually have a shot at like doing better than they do in America here, right? Because the system's slightly different.
Yeah, I would actually vote Lib Dem or Green over there, because the problem is that the gap between the parties is much larger over here than it is over there. Like, our Republicans are worse than your guys by far, but also your Labor Party is like sinking, right? You also have a parliamentary system, so there's slightly more room, more shoulder room for expression outside of just a party duopoly. But also, I think a critical difference is that the Labor Party has done something astonishing, right? The Democrat Party over here in America is inconsistent, dishonest, almost maliciously incompetent, and completely capital focused. But it is generally, I think, consistent, you know? We kind of know what we're getting. The Labor Party revealing that it promoted claims of anti-Semitism in order to go over Corbyn, and then shifting right, like lurching to the right once Corbyn's out to essentially return to like a Blairite position. But worse, I think Blair wouldn't have. I genuinely think that Blair would not have done this like massive rightward lurch. I think that Blair would do a Biden thing now, where he'd be like, trans people, 3 genders, you know? I think there's 3 genders, or maybe more. It's worse than that. So the Labor Party has fallen, okay? It's Rome, it's burning, it doesn't exist anymore. Godspeed, your country's falling apart. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fair. Also, there's something funny I kind of want to say is that ever since I began watching you, there is a precise uptick in the amount of pictures I have got. And I can't explain why. It's just the more Valve I've watched, the more I don't know. It just keeps coming.
It's all confidence. The incels were wrong, and I'm happy to hear that.
Anyway,
thank you, Fred Bear. We are moving on to, and I cannot read Hebrew. I think that's Hebrew.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
It just is homo. That's all it says. All right. So my question is this, and it's kind of the segue from my previous question that was asked before about environmentalism and stop oil. My question is, do you think increased environmental vigilantism as a result of struggles caused by climate change, due to a lack of resources, such as a lack of access to water in South Asia, will become more prevalent and more extreme in nature? And do you think that those extremer forms of environmental vigilantism would be moral and ethical?
Well, the first thing I want to say to any State Department agents watching is that, morally speaking, first and foremost, my priority is to never violate the laws of the United States. I would never even think about it. I think that environmental vigilantism is a tragic, unavoidable consequence of the current state of affairs. I think it's like, not only is it real, but it's going to be something that we're going to have to actively prepare for. People keep earthquake kits when one hits, what, every 20 years in their town? We're going to need kits for when the local power station gets blown. When pipelines are blown up, it's going to get pretty bad. And as things get increasingly bad, more and more resources from the state will be dedicated to protecting their lines of control. More money spent on police and possibly, say, National Guard in the United States protecting vital energy infrastructure. Over in China, they have already begun a broader military strategy of defending their import. They get their oil, most of their oil, from the rest of the world. It all comes in through the South China Sea, so they do everything they can to expand the definition of the South China Sea, and that area is about as well guarded navally as you could possibly get it. This is going to be an increasing problem China and Russia are going to bicker over water resources. When Los Angeles falls, and it
Yeah.
will fall, by the way, it would not take
What's
much
up?
to disrupt water availability over there.
I'm coming.
Climate refugees are going to be both an internal and an external threat. The only things I can really suggest is to prepare for these because they're going to happen. It's not, I don't even think this is like a particularly like socialist perspective. I think that a reasonable assessment of the current state of affairs pulls us in that direction. And it's going to get very rough very quickly. I think we're going to see basically overnight the mainstream position on climate issues shift from we need to do what we can to shift to renewable energy to we need to do what we can to protect non-renewable like plants from getting bombed, because that'll be like, because otherwise it'll mean like mass blackouts and people always value their own inconveniences over the world's, you know. So it's gonna get rough. Yeah.
Do you think it would be productive?
I think that there are going to be some. Well, first of all, no action against the state is productive ever. All things that are crimes are morally wrong, but I certainly think that some actions taken in that venue would be very effective at drawing people's attentions towards some necessary conclusions. Though, very much like the Stop Oil business, it's going to be pretty difficult to thread the line of getting headlines and getting support.
Right, right. Now, there was a Judeo-Bolshevist conspiracy theorist you debated a while ago, and I actually ended up debating him too, and he said he would give me $500 in crypto if I beat him in the argument. And he just left the server when I beat him. So I was wondering if you could tell him that he owes me $500 in crypto.
Yeah, he does, in crypto, yeah. 500 bitcoins, even. Yeah.
I would say that, yeah.
Next we have Doge Llama. Go ahead, Doge Llama, with your question. Vosh, did you want me to go ahead and make this the final question? We're 30 minutes past. Not sure how long you're willing.
One more over this one, and that'll be it for me.
Very well.
Okay.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Doge
Let me
Llama.
introduce Doge Llama. Okay, right. He's gonna have a great question for you. Okay, right.
Hey, Vosh, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you listening to all of us ask you a wide range of questions.
You appreciate me. You put me in contact with Donald Trump. That's crazy.
No, I mean, God, just really grateful he introduced me. So I'm just curious how you perceive, like, our debates and our discussions in general to be, like, how do you see those being productive in the state that our world is in right now? Like, if we are going to crumble as a society because capitalism doesn't necessarily, I mean, obviously it doesn't necessarily take care of the people that live within the society, how is it that we're going to maintain ourselves with this shit? And, like, do all these discussions then become null and void once the recession impending hits? Or, like, you know, I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
First of all, at least judging from the emails that I get, I think that I help a lot of people on an individual level. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
it's not all about how to change the world. People are the world. You know, being able to make people more comfortable in their skin, give them the right arguments to deal with a family member or friend, or to reconcile an internal disagreement they've had, that's valuable in and of itself. But moreover than that, I don't want to overstate my own importance here. You know, obviously I have a lot of influence, but it's nothing compared to some people. I think that there's a remarkable sort of cascade effect if you handle things properly. For example, thousands of people from my community have done canvassing and phone banking with Progressive Victory, the associated org that helps the fascists not win in this country, and a lot of those people are young, and a lot of them are going to grow up and be DC staffers. It's very possible, not guaranteed, but still possible, that someone who grew up watching me will one day have a hand in drafting legislation or voting on it. I don't know. It might turn out to be that way, but as long as I act as though it's a possibility, I feel there's a decent chance that I can make it happen at some level. And those changes, of course, cascade into further ones. So I think how much of an effect will we have? I don't know. Maybe I die tomorrow. Maybe a car hits me. The most
No, I
you
hope
can,
not.
Well, me too. The most that we can hope for is to do our best and to be satisfied with that. Maybe our best is enough, and maybe it isn't, but it is our best, and that's the most we can hope for.
That's a fantastic answer. Thank you guys so much for like letting me ask that question. And Bach, I do appreciate the positivity there. So 'cause I think all of us are in it together, and if shit does crumble, we're all gonna crumble together. So thanks,
Our next and final person who will be asking a question, we
Two
have
more.
McLovin here.
2 more, actually. After
Two
this,
more? Okay.
After this, I would like Ghosty to come on.
Ghosty?
I want to talk for a little bit about climate conspiracism, for one, and also how a lot of human beings aren't sentient. I don't mean they're NPCs, because my understanding of an NPC is that they function and they have a kind of protocol they follow. I just mean non-sentient people. The decisions they've made up to this point, including basic ones that allow them to live, like breathing and eating, have been up to chance. 99.9% of them die almost instantly because they don't breathe. This is just, for them, it's all random, you know. So, the fires in Hawaii, pretty bad. Fire's not good, unless it's, you set it on purpose, and it's like cooking a hot dog or something, maybe some s'mores. This fire was not good. I don't think any s'mores or hot dogs were cooked, certainly not to an edible point. There's been a lot of conspiracy posting about the fires, and it's gotten a lot of attention, and I want to talk about this in the context of how we're all going to die.
Oh, shit.
So, as we know, conservatism is anti-science. The conservative movement is an anti-science movement. It's not just ignorant, it's openly hostile towards scientific inquiry. That doesn't mean all conservatives are necessarily inclined towards conspiracy theories. You know, they might just be suspicious or ignorant in ways that are correctable, potentially. But it is getting worse. So you've probably seen this, right? This is a drive-through. The fires in Hawaii. Everything is burnt but the trees. But don't point that out or you're a conspiracy theorist. And as we can see, there are things that are burnt, and there are also trees. Now, if you've seen this drama online, you've probably already seen the correct answer to this conundrum. First of all, wildfires don't torch everything in their path. Fire is unpredictable and very, very difficult to, you know, sort of predict the movement of. It can depend on the movement of embers and wind. Also, trees have water in them. That's how they live, so that can help them out. Also, a lot of the trees that you see that are in good condition here, sorry about the noise, I really, really don't like the fact that Twitter automatically plays the audio whenever you want to pause it. What's more, many of these trees are palm trees, and palm trees are just not that flammable. They are not very flammable trees. They are like, they're like shells around the outside. They're very.
Oh, I'm
very
bouncing
durable
on the
stalks,
crowd
you
of
know?
dinos.
So, this genius, you can mute the tab. Thank you. I know. This genius, right here. Oh, I also like this one. This one was pretty good. Maui fires were so bad, a boat in the water caught on fire. I like the idea that this person believes that boats are immune to fire because they're in the water. Like being in the water gives them a kind of height resistance. And yes, as you can see, they seem to be a fan of Tim Pool. That's what they screenshotted this from. They arrived at these conclusions after watching Tim Pool, which tracks with my understanding of Tim Pool and the kind of people who watch him. I like the top comment that you guys can't see right here. I dubbed this boat Tower 7. Hashtag boat didn't burn itself. Must have been, quote, boiling water, clown world. Floating embers, crying, laughing emoji. That is what it is. Yeah, it's embers get blown over there. That's how that is. That's not suspicious at all. Skeptical emoji. Them flying embers, lol. Particularly infuriating to see a person sarcastically repeat the correct answer to something. You know what I mean? How the hell did a fire do that? Shh, you're not allowed to question it, or, quote, community notes will tell you what to believe.
I think I saw this already.
And then there's me, where I ask him if he thinks boats can't catch on fire. He didn't reply, by the way. That can fuel bad ideas, or they're less understandable, like, say, being racist or anti-Semitic, though often these things are comorbid to some extent or another. Correct outcome here. And I think that we're going to have to deal with this more and more as time goes on. Have you guys not noticed the conspiracy theories have been getting, like, a lot worse lately? Like, basically every day now, a post goes viral on Twitter where they say that the war in Ukraine isn't real, or they'll post a video of, like, hey, while the war in Ukraine rages on, look at this. And then it's a video of some people in a pool party. That happened recently from, I think, Elijah Schaefer, who's a Nazi, by the way. Turns out the pool party was from 2022 in Israel. Had nothing to do with anything. They were even speaking in Hebrew over an intercom at some point during the video. But it doesn't matter. You know, you can just say whatever. It doesn't affect, like, you can just say things. Yeah, I feel like 2 decades ago, the conspiracy theories, I'm not saying that, like, all the 9/11 conspiracy theorists were rational. They weren't. They were pretty horrible back then, too. But it's gotten a lot worse, and it's gotten a lot more prominent. And I think it's a trauma response. I think that the people pushing these conspiracies, for the most part, are monstrous grifters who know they're lying and just want to make money from it. But I think the people who fall into it are people who are experiencing a kind of long-standing trauma and an inability to deal with and to acknowledge and to reconcile the complexity of the world. So they, you know, they fall further and further into patterns of thinking which allow them to simplify these things that they can't really wrap their head around, you know? I think a great example of this would be the crazy plane lady. So you've probably seen this, but a little while ago, a lady was on a plane, and she turned around and she said, you know, you're not real. I know she put out an apology, yeah, a couple months afterwards. This lady, you've seen her. Everyone's seen her. It's impossible to have not seen her. I remember she turns around. I'm not going to watch the video because you've seen it already. She turns around, she leaves the plane, she's agitated, she's having a mental health episode. She turns around and she points and she says, that man or that person is not real, and she leaves the plane. Something like that. You haven't heard, you haven't seen it? What? How? Okay. All right. So I was operating under the assumption that every human had seen this, but that's okay. Here, I'll just put it on. I have no idea why the tab audio is muted, or whatever.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot
They
believe
gave him a
it.
fucking clown outfit with buns.
But I am telling
Why?
you right now, that motherfucker
What
back
the
there is
fuck are
not
these
real.
skins? Tower?
And you can
That's kind
get on
of
this
cool.
plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to. Say whatever you want.
Anyway, she's apologized. She was having a mental health episode and she was intoxicated.
Can't
you
turn
know, nothing
around, see his
particularly
ass.
fancy. Yeah, everyone turning back is extremely funny though, because like, wouldn't you, right? Like she points back, like I would look back for sure. But people, you know, I saw a lot of people look at this clip and indicate they felt that it was referring to some kind of underlying truth, like there was something she saw that the other people there weren't. A lot of people. I think that people are getting crazier, you know? The problem is that the human mind is a rationalizing machine. It's a system that attempts to make sense of the world that you live in. And if you can't make sense of the world you live in, you have to construct things to fill in the gaps, right? So this is where religion comes from, you know? We don't know what happens after death. We don't understand a lot about the universe. If you go back far enough, people didn't know what lightning was, you know? So people will create sort of like
That looks
metaphysical
cool.
systems to explain and justify, to create meaning. But even in a metaphysical sense, even just explaining the world around us, systemic analysis is not something people are born with. So oftentimes people will rely on really simple, easy, incorrect explainers for why the world is the way it is, you know? For example, I'll give you a really, really good one, okay? I'll give you a really good one. Capitalist realism.
Wait, Steam
The
Wild,
belief that
it's
there's
gold
not
and the
really a way
spikes
out
don't
of
even
the
glow.
system that we're in, that capitalism
fuck
the
is that?
end state of human economic development, and there's no way out of it.
That's whack.
Is often
I'll get the
promoted by the
default.
belief that humans are naturally greedy. You've probably heard that
Ow,
from people who aren't
ow,
even that political, right?
unfortunately.
Like, you don't need
Oh,
to be some
Colin,
kind of
hold
like
on,
super
Jesus.
ultra conservative to say that. That's a pretty
Punk
commonly
red.
held belief.
Ooh, we got some
yeah,
nice
humans are just
skins.
naturally greedy, and you know, like these are always going to be a problem, that kind of thing. What that is is a simple, wrong explanation for a real systemic problem, which is how the structures of capitalism incentivize bad behaviors. But that systemic analysis, that's complicated. It requires an education. Believing that humans are greedy doesn't. It can be done immediately. It can be done without any kind of education. It can be done without much understanding of the issue, you know? So people default to it because nobody wants to answer with, I don't know. People don't like I don't knows. That's why it takes really confident people to admit when they don't know something. Admitting that you don't know something is, many people consider it a sign of weakness, but it's also really internally frustrating to believe there's some kind of like big thing going on and you just aren't in on it. Like, not only are you not behind the wheel, not only are you not controlling what's going on, but you don't even like know. You're just like a drift.
Spino helm.
That's really
That's the
frustrating.
stego. It's
So
just different colors.
everyone
What the
wants to
fuck
believe
is
they
this,
know what's
man?
going on, and they'll default to the answers that they're capable of. So, getting back to the answers people are capable of, the problem is that a lot of people aren't capable of shit. A lot of people are dumb as bricks, I'm afraid. They're dumb as bricks, and they have pre-existing beliefs that they're trying to confirm. Usually, when it comes to conspiracy theories, those beliefs are understandable, like a distrust of wealth and power. I mean, hey, same.
Oh yeah, I saw her.
That
She's
can fuel
cool as
bad
fuck.
ideas. Or they're less understandable, like, say, being racist or anti-Semitic. Though often these things are comorbid to some extent or another. You know, this is the reason why anti-Semites frame their anti-Semitism in the language of them being the oppressed under Jewish people. Nobody wants to admit they're the oppressor. That requires a degree of honesty that few people can actually live up to. So, we get conspiracy theories like this. We get default answers like this because people want to be part of that, you know, small special crew of people who have arrived at the fundamental truth of the world. And hey, it's conveniently simple enough for them to understand. And we're gonna have to deal with more of it as time goes on, guys. Like, this is gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I don't really know what to deal about, like how to deal with it, you know? I think this is why I'm so anti-conspiracy brain. This is why I'm so insistent on not being conspiracy minded, or at the very least, if you have to make leaps in logic because there's missing information, try to proportion your confidence to the likelihood and availability of information. You know, it's because it just always leads down a bad path. Vosh, you were being conspiratorial in the last segment, so that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, and it's why I said what I just said. So, I don't really think there's much comparison that can be made between space lasers made the government do fire in Hawaii because they want to make 15-minute city 17s to, I think, this obviously astroturf conservative song being promoted by somebody who had all of his socials made at the same time as his weird anti-Semitic playlist.